still being no problem. I'm trying to drive as slow as possible. Wow. Hi guys, I'm Lola Tracy, the ESC chick, and right here I've got for you guys the articulated dump truck. So this is going to be from LESU. Of course, it's a full metal model. It is the AT60H in 1/16 scale. So it's going to be quite smaller than the XDRC in 1/14 scale, but this one has different features than the XDRC one. So now let's get into what it has to offer. Now let's take a look at the exterior details of our AT60H over here. So we do have everything being more metal on this one, including over here the front hood is metal. You do have the AOUE right over here. Still not sure how to pronounce this, but this is part of LESU, so it's LESU AOUE. And of course you have the full metal base everywhere. So this one is going to be as well very heavy. So we do have more features and details such as the antenna over here, more railings all around in orange, as well as on the sides over here. You do have these bars that are holding up the side mirrors, also with full metal, and of course we have some lights on the top over here as well, spotlights, which are really cool additions for the lesser ones. They're always super detailed. And of course we do have over here full metal windshield wiper, but it's not movable, so you have to be careful with that. On the top we do have one rotating warning light, so that's going to be a plastic one, of course. And looking over to this side, we do have, oh my gosh, this full metal exhaust pipe. Unlike on the XDRC one, the exhaust pipe is 3D printed, but this one is going to be full metal. So most of the parts, including over here the steps as well, all full metal parts. Coming over to the back, the entire bucket as well, super heavy, full metal. Even though it's going to be smaller, we do have some mud guards over here. These are going to be rubber mud guards, full metal hydraulic cylinders. We have one here and another one on the other side. So over here, you can turn it around as well on the joint. Just good enough for these lines over here to not get in touch with each other. So, but you still do get over 90 degrees of rotation with the lines still being fine. So if you're in any weird rocky areas, you can still move around just easily. The tires are quite firm, rubber tires, and of course full metal wheel hubs in the center as well. We do have these little wiry ROPs, so that's going to be for this door over here. So once we dump it, I'll show you guys, this will hold it up in place so that you can actually dump everything out. Now coming over to the rear, all of these parts, of course, we've got our tailgate, that's full metal, and on the bottom we do have 2 extra spotlights on the bottom here and some more lights in here that are fully guarded. So a lot more detail. We do have some more details over here, and of course for our rear axles, once you lift it, you do actually have, oh my gosh, when I gained enough strength to show you guys, we do have the pivoting axles in the back. And then there's a bridge right over here in the rear that is connecting both of these 2 rear axles. So they do move at different speeds as well. So that is a really good addition that we do not have on some other articulated dump trucks. Coming over here to the cabin, of course, we do have the full metal detailed steps leading up to your cabin door. So for this one, the cabin door actually opens on the LESU. So you do have, of course, a fully detailed cabin interior. You can add a driver as well. None of the parts on the inside are movable though. It is just 3D printed, I think, plastic cabin interior. Now taking a look at what's under the AT60H. So you do have a 6x6 all live axles here, and here, of course. Now something special about this one, unlike other articulated dump trucks, it actually has a differential lock. So you can see all these mechanisms. So these are going to be parts of the differential lock. So that's going to be for all the 3 axles. And right over here, that's going to be the differential lock servo. Now coming over here, you can actually see this is going to be the transmission gearbox that's connected to your motor that's over here on the inside. So you're going to be able to see it when we open the top of the hood over here. Coming over to the front, let's take a look at what's under the hood. So it opens this opposite way. And of course, you do have a lot of lines for wiring for the lights that are coming over into the front over here, since there is a light system over here are going to be your headlights. So once you open that up, first things first, on the side, this part is just going to be a decorative part. And now this is going to be where you fill in your hydraulic oil. So right over here, that's going to be your oil tank. In the previous versions, we did have a black one just like this one, but on this one, it's been changed to this metal one. So this one over here, that's going to be the brushless pump, but it has a brushed motor. So this is our brushed motor over here. This is our pressure relief valve or pressure adjuster. And of course, i6S radio. So we are using a Fly Sky receiver, so that's for the i6S. We do have over here the ESC for it. This switch is going to be for the drive, so you can switch on or off the drive. And of course, we have these two valves for the hydraulics, so it's only 2-channel valves. Now over here on the side, not to forget, we do have our cooling system. So this is the fan that will cool our hydraulic pump over here. So once you close this up, you can actually see there's a grill that lets all the air out or lets it in as well. So not forgetting, we do have right over here, this is going to be the space for our battery. So you can connect the battery right here, XT60 connector. You're going to need a 3S battery, and as soon as you connect, the fan over here will start working. So for the remote controller we have over here, that's the Fly Sky i6S. You will need to turn this one first on, and then of course connect the battery. And that way everything will have signal. So the battery space that we have on this truck is really, really small. So you're going to need a battery that fits into this tiny space. And now for our light system, coming over to the operation, first things first, we do have the front headlights over here turned on as well as on the top. So this is SWA. And of course, we do have the ones at the back over here for the side mirrors. You're going to have another fourth one, but that's going to be from the back and then off. So that's only 1, 2, 3, and then off. So let's leave those on. And now on the top over here, we do have the warning lights. This is going to be the left joystick, so push it right. And then you can be able to change in between around 8 different modes for it as well. And then we do have, of course, indicator lights over here. So first things first, once you just hold it down, it's going to be giving amber lights. And now for the indicators, so steering. This one has a really, really good steering angle, of course. What degree do you think this is? I think it's quite a large, beautiful steering angle. And now over here in the back for the light system, we have the rear red lights turned on. And of course, the ones on the side mirrors. And finally, the 2 spotlights under here, which just gives it more realism actually. So I really like that. And of course, we do have steering indicator lights over here as well. And of course, we have the brake lights. That's going to be bright red. And of course, reversing lights. So there is no sound system for this one. And of course, right now it's in neutral. That's why it's not moving. We do have 2-speed transmission with a differential lock. And right now it's in neutral. And now for the speed transmission, we do have, of course, 2-speed on the top over here. That's going to be your low speed. It has really smooth driving capabilities. Whoa. So that is our truck in low speed. Now let's try it in high speed. Let's see how fast it can go in high speed. Push it down. So that's our high speed. Let's try that again. No one needs a mining articulated dump truck to go that fast, but we do like that. And of course, it does have hydraulic steering, so one channel on the valve is going to be for the hydraulic steering. The hydraulics move really well on this one, very quick. And of course, mix control with the pump, so you do not need to turn on the pump, but this is going to be the switch for the pump. So you have a medium setting and the high setting. And of course, you can just use it directly without the need. And of course, the right joystick, you can use it to dump our bucket in the back and also to bring it back down. So that's going to be our second channel on the valve. And you can see the tailgate as well being held up by these wire ropes. And now looking at under the bucket, you can finally see our differential lock mechanism over here. So our servo for the differential lock. So that's SWD that controls our diff lock on this one. Now let's check out the strength of our hydraulic articulated dump truck over here. So this is the JDM bulldozer. It weighs in at around 26 kg. The people that have this know how heavy this bulldozer is, and it fits just fine on top of our LESU AT60H over here. And of course, we're also able to drive, no problem. I'm trying to drive as slow as possible because I don't want it to fall down. Now let's check out the hydraulics, if they're actually strong enough to lift 26 kg. All right, wish me luck, guys. Oh, wow. Wow. Easy. 26 kg easy. I'm actually adding more weight by holding it. 26 kg. Wow. I think I can actually get into this dump truck and it would hold me just fine. That's some strong hydraulics on it. Alright guys, now that was our 1/16 scale LESU AT60H hydraulic dump truck, of course with a differential lock. So what do you guys think of it? And of course, if you guys want to add a sound system, just let me know and we can see what we can add to upgrade it for you. So I'm Lulu, the RC Check, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!